There are 4 pages of character homework for tonight, but you don't have to trace all of the characters. The first page looks like this. You only have to do sleeping person, 2 people, father, scholar. On the next page, you only have to do 错, 还可以写呢. And on the next page, you only have to do the sheep radical and the food radical. And on the last page, you only have to do 您 and 再见. Those are the only new characters we have. If you'd like to practice any of those other characters, it'd be a good idea, but it's not required to do a full tracing of those. After you've finished your tracing, you can take a photo and submit it to me on Schoology. I will introduce those characters now, in order. Right? The first radical you need to trace is sleeping person. It looks like the person radical, but they're lying down. The next radical we always learned as step. I knew it as step. We've seen it before in很, very. They're calling it 2 people, which makes sense because it looks like a person radical with an extra stroke. Memorize it as either one. The next character is father. We've seen it before in爸爸. It's the radical for father. It looks like 2 angry eyebrows. The character is actually someone holding a stick. This character looks like the character for dirt or earth, but it's actually scholar. If the arms on top are longer than the feet, it's the scholar radical, which will be important later, but not so much now. The next radical is sheep. We've seen this before in 美国, America. It's also in menus when you're looking for some lamb. The next radical is food, 吃. We've seen this before in the food radical, 饭, and in the hungry radical, 饿. Well, you'll see it in a lot of other foods like 饼干 or I'm full, 饱了. The characters from this lesson that we haven't learned before are 您, which is you, formal. It's a 你, and then there's a heart radical underneath it. Because you're formal, so I greet you with all my heart. The next character we've practiced saying but haven't written much. 再见, goodbye, which literally means again, see. So the first character means again. 再 means again, and here my student has illustrated it as a TNT explosive box, because that's kind of what it looks like to me. And then 见 means to see, and here the students turn the character on its side as it was originally drawn, and it's a picture of an eye with legs. 错, part of 不错, not bad. 错 alone means wrong. And it has 3 radicals. Do you recognize them all? It's the metal radical, the grass radical with a modified extra line, and the sun radical. I remember it as someone who's tried to draw the sun radical and they drew it wrong, so they're bad. 还可以, these 3 characters we haven't practiced before. 还 is the same as in 还是, or, so you're getting 2 for 1 here. And it has the motion radical and the character for no. The 可 is easy to remember because it's just half of the 哥 and 哥哥. The 乙 is useful. We're going to see it in a lot of characters. It looks like a snake chasing a person. 谢谢, we've said before but never really practiced how to write. It has the speech radical and then the body radical. And here my students illustrated the body radical for you. That's one worth practicing a little bit. And then the inch radical, which has been illustrated online as a set of calipers measuring an inch. So I love you, or I thank you with every inch of my body. Moving on, because that's creepy. The last characters you have to practice are 你呢 and you. We saw this before last year. Remember, I memorized the n as the dinosaur, which looks like the dinosaur with a comet coming to blow it out of existence.